We're going to kick this episode of Saints Franchise off in a very different screen location compared to usual, but I'm trying to find the best one that blocks the least amount of things, and maybe middle left or middle right could be about the right spot to be. We are 1-1 to start the year, and I'll tell you what, I could just stare at the weekly recap screen for hours, but this was our first win of the year. Last game against the Indianapolis Colts, I thought rookie quarterback Dalvin Edison was basically perfect. Manu Escobar had a huge game, could have been 3 touchdowns, and we saw a great performance from Chris Olave. We saw a great performance from, maybe great's a bit of a stretch for the rookie Cordell Nelson, but just really saw a great performance from, the players you wanted to see play well, which is Olave, Jamison Williams, Manu Escobar, and of course the rookie quarterback Dalvin Edison. Chargers narrowly beat the Jags 16-14. Both quarterbacks failing to throw for 200 yards. Low-scoring affair. Rams and Eagles, we're going to monitor the NFC games a little bit closer because we are competing in the NFC. Even if we're not, trying for a wild card spot, we obviously want to win the division. The wild card remains a possibility. Got to hopefully have NFC teams lose, but when they're playing each other, doesn't really matter as much here earlier in the year. But Lewis, what a game for the rookie quarterback, slicing and dicing the Eagles defense. Rams with a big win. The strengths of this draft class: corner, wide receiver, defensive tackle. The weaknesses: left guard, right guard, and Sam linebacker. That's interesting because the number 1 player is supposedly a running back. He's got a break tackle. Very, very, very good athleticism. Again, we talked about him, I think, last episode or 2 episodes ago. He looks like a game changer. Trading up to 1 for a running back seems ridiculous, but maybe it's something we consider. Maybe it is. Do have some upgrades here. Bashal Tutin is a big one because if he could just make defenders miss a little bit more often, he would be the perfect running back. Right now, just basically a big speed back, and that's kind of it. If we can't get a big hole for him, he doesn't really make a ton happen, but his speed is so spectacular, he's often just making things happen if there's the slightest crease. Dalvin Edison, what a game for the rookie. He's already looking really, really good at an 80 overall, but I think getting his throw under pressure and just general accuracy better is probably the way to go about things. We're going to upgrade Field General to focus on accuracy, and we don't really get anything that's important. I know you guys are going to want to see more Nate Kovac, the rookie edge rusher, but as long as Carl Granderson's playing well, there's going to be a rotation. The rookie's not just going to come in and become the instant starter. Carl Granderson had a great game last week, so he solidified his spot as at least the starting left edge. But, of course, we know Kovac does come to the game off the right edge, off the left edge occasionally. It varies, but Monday night primetime, Titans coming to town. This is a team you expect to beat. However, the Titans here in year 3 of Saints franchise are much better than they are in real life. Cam Ward's very good. Their defense plays very, very well. Oladejo is a game wrecker off the edge. He always develops really, really well. And this Titans team might not be as easy to beat as you may think. We just dominated the Colts after losing to the Texans in week 1. But I would not consider the Titans to necessarily be a very easy matchup. Still have Jeffrey Simmons. We'll have to see what this game looks like. I know this team's capable of big things. We saw it last week. Let's see some more of it. We'll start by kicking things off and hopefully force a 3 and out and get that football back. Turnover would be cool as well. Cam Ward takes the field. Pretty good career numbers for Ward. 45 touchdowns here, entering year number 3. So that's 2025 and 2026. Close to 50 touchdowns. Not too bad. Chigakonkwo in motion. It's halfback wham. And Jalen Ford is all over it. Cam Ward is up to an 86 overall. They bring in Malik Willis. But Lamar Peel is the one to watch. This was one of the top running backs in the draft. He's got fairly good speed and very good agility and has already been named the starting running back over slightly higher rated Ramondre Stevenson, which is the way it should be. This is well done for Madden to finally get that right. The receiving core is not anything spectacular. It's really a whole bunch of mid with Calvin Ridley. I think Chimere Dike can end up being quite a good player in real life. Alec Iomanner is a solid player as well. Alan Lazard, we're not really too worried about. And then on the offensive line, Clark Redding is a very good second-year player. Skoronski's obviously a beast. They bring in Tyler Linderbaum. This is a team that spent money in free agency. It's a good offensive line. It's a good defensive line. The linebackers maybe leave a bit to be desired, but the secondary with Ramon Landry, Roger McCreary still here, of course, Darrell Baker, L'Jarius Sneed, it's a pretty decent group. And of course, their starting strong safety is the former Saint in his return to Louisiana and New Orleans. It's Justin Reed. Danny Stutzman can't get a hand on it with the deflection. Chimere Dike touchdown. You can't play it better than that. How does he not get a hand on the ball? Did I actually need to go for an interception in that spot instead of the knockdown? Is that how much you leave your feet? An inch off the ground, if that? Oh my God. Oh, that is ridiculous. The career stats for Dalvin Edison, I don't really know if that graphic makes a ton of sense. It's his third career game, and of course, third career start, as Nicholas Morales will be the starting running back tonight. We know about Bashal Tootin, we know about Alvin Kamara, but Morales has earned some more touches. He played great last week, as that is underthrown for Cordell Nelson. Tried to go off play action to start. Thought we had a decent idea there, but Dalvin Edison just left it a bit low. As we will run the ball, there's Bashal Tootin, making it third and manageable. Cedric Gray letting Cordell Nelson know about that potential drop. Kind of looked like the throw was just low, but I honestly think we run the football here. We've got numbers to this right side. We've got a hole, and we had a block downfield from Jameson Williams, but Tootin got caught from the inside. Could have been a huge play. We'll take the first, though. Jonathan Adams works his way into the game. And we're getting a real big rotation of running backs playing, as that is a wide-open Jameson Williams, but the throw left a lot to be desired. Behind J-Mo, he had to come back for it, and it's only 5. 3rd and 2 from midfield. You know this is 4-down territory. And Bashal Tootin has a wide open hole up the middle. There's the cutback, and there's the speed from Tootin. Washington won't catch him. Cedric Gray left in the dust. And it's a big touchdown to answer their big touchdown. Bashal Tootin doing what he does. Finding a hole and outrunning everybody once he does. I think we just missed a big play on the 3rd down. He just got caught, but blocking was great there against the man defense. A lot of scoring to start this one, and this is how it looked against Indianapolis, right? Defenses didn't really show up on the first couple of possessions, and then suddenly ours dialed in. Let's see what we can do this time around. Dial in here. Make a play. I kind of think we got cheated, but whatever. If Chimere Dike beats us because he's got speed one time, Cam Ward throws a great ball one time, that's okay. I think it was just as close to being, obviously we didn't go for the turnover, didn't go for the interception, but it was just as close to being an interception as it was a touchdown. Game of inches, and they happen to win that one. We're not lined up where we need to be. Oh, Danny Stutzman all over Lamar Peel. Welcome to the NFL, rookie. Danny Stutzman, now a 3rd-year vet, introduce himself to Lamar Peel. As Cam Ward will look to run, and then he'll look to throw, and then coverage is good. Chimere Dike can't come down with a prayer from Cam Ward. Quincy Riley in coverage. We'll get the football back after the punt. Defense locked in, and hopefully the offense can come out and have a similar drive to the first one. The only problem with the face cam here, kind of cover up the offense a little bit. Maybe we'll hover around here. Could even drop it down to the scoreboard, whichever changes. But I wanted a more standardized position. I know this is stuff that is not particularly relevant to you guys. It's more of like back-end stuff for me as the creator. But I like to have you guys involved in, you know, decisions for the channel. You're the viewers after all. There's not really anybody more important to the channel than the viewers. Because if you guys don't watch, I can't upload, you know? I have to go I don't know, sell insurance. I don't know what I would do. Something that I wouldn't want to be doing. I much prefer to play Madden and make brutal clock management decisions. I had a pretty brutal end-of-game drive against BYU in Wyoming Dynasty Season 3 that I just uploaded. And I'm hearing about it in the comments, no question, as I should. But sometimes I get too caught up in not actually playing football and playing the video game, if that makes sense. It's like, okay, we need to be perfect. We can't allow any time. So instead of just taking a touchdown, we want to burn as much clock as possible and score at the absolute last minute. I know a lot of people don't understand that. Because in real life, they're stupid decisions. And they end up being stupid decisions in the game as well sometimes. But especially in college football 26, if you give the computer any time at all, they will drive down the field and beat you. It happens a lot. So I try to be too perfect sometimes, and then that's when you find yourself in some trouble, as that is wide open over the middle of the field. Calvin Ridley on the mesh. Try to be too perfect sometimes with the clock, and it definitely bites me. But, I think it adds to the content. If I was a pro player, or trying to be, these would not be interesting videos. The fact that I make stupid decisions and bad reads and all these different things, it makes the games more interesting. And again, if I'm, doing what we did to the Colts last week, people stop watching. It's not as interesting. So I think it's better that I'm stupid, I guess. Here's 3rd and 6. Staying over the middle, and that is just, it's good play design. Basically a levels concept over the middle in a way. And they had 2 options. Cam Ward could have thrown it underneath. It was going to be wide open, or it could have thrown it behind to Chigakonkwo. Instead of getting depth, we chose to cover the shallow route, hoping that Danny Stutzman might be there. He's a linebacker. He was never going to get there. Chigakonkwo in motion. Think we can't cover that? You're right. Oh, wow, what a route. Okay, you were right. That was a good bet. I really thought it was going to be, an out and up type of thing. Like a wheel, basically, but that is not what happened. It turned into an in-breaker, and, we were cooked there. Absolutely cooked. We've seen this work before. Cordell Nelson scored a big touchdown. How about Jamison Williams? We just can't get around. Woody Pay on the stop. Man, I feel like that play has so much potential there, but we just need to be able to get to the outside. It didn't happen. Second quarter, get some of these yards back. The offense, I know we have 7 points, but it really has not looked all that great. Because you hate punting. We've made some mistakes. Jamison Williams is gone. Later, 73 yards to the house. Washington is an absolute liability. We saw him in the depth chart. Instead of playing Amani Hooker, they're starting Washington, who's like a 64 overall, and he does not have the speed for Jamison Williams. We might just have to start attacking the free safety. And we didn't there, right? Amani Hooker's playing the slot, so he's still on the field, but they have 4 good corners and an awful free safety, yet they choose to play Amani Hooker in the slot over any of their other corners. So weird. I think our offense is just going to be attacking the free safety, and that's what good offenses do. Figure out the weak man on defense and exploit the weakest link. Jamison Williams is ridiculously fast. We're looking a little bit sluggish in pass defense so far. Not really moving, not really running to where we need to be. And Cam Ward is just making plays. Chimere Dike, multiple broken tackles, still breaking tackles. It's another Chimere Dike touchdown. I'm not even going for hit sticks. He's just shaking off tackles, shaking off cut sticks. We can't even land them. Insane throw, and then Chimere Dike is the best player of all time, I guess. 21-14. This Titans team can play, I'm telling you. I'm running RPO here. I'm looking at probably one of the tight ends to get open. And Juwan Johnson is wide open. Good block from Escobar. Johnson to the 50. I love that little lob snowball to Juwan Johnson. Everyone ran with Manu Escobar, and he's a big-time threat, so you understand it. But Juwan Johnson left wide open. I honestly think a real deep post here for Jamison Williams. If we can just have the time to throw it, He's going to cook the free safety. Well, that's actually wide open instead. Chris Olave will make the catch. Get Kamara a rushing touchdown here. About a 14-yard touchdown. It's probably more likely going to be 3 yards. 2nd and 9. Oh, that is not where we wanted it. Interception. Titans take over. L'Jarius Sneed was all over Jameson Williams, and really, the ball needed to go out instantly to Manu Escobar, but it didn't. And then by the time that, we made that realization, it was too late. And then we threw the ball too early. We did not let Jameson Williams separate and use his speed against Sneed, where there's an obvious, the ball needs to be out now, but it was not the first thing we were looking at. And maybe it should be. Jameson Williams knew he was running an outbreaker, a little double move, but the ball is out way too early, and it really didn't need to be. Because, yes, Fuaga loses his block, I guess, just as we throw. We had another tick here. And I'll tell you what, Cordell Nelson would have been wide open. Washington would have been well out of position. Pass lead down, Cordell Nelson would have been open. But would he have covered it? I don't know. It's hard to say. Either way, cannot force the ball there. Need to recognize that it's not there yet. A sack would be way better than a pick in that spot. Man, okay. Got to dial in. It's another big play. Alan Lazard, our tackling on the perimeter has been atrocious. But it comes down to the issue of just routinely being out of position with our linebackers. But it's tough to be in the right spot. They have 4 routes kind of converging to the same area against the zone defense. Things just will get open. We need to do a better job of not letting, the routes down the field get wide open. If they're going to check down and play underneath, that's fine. But it's our linebackers right now where we need to see a bit more. Shot to the end zone. Step in front of it, Quincy Riley with the interception. Big time for a takeaway. We had a bad one in the red zone. Cam Ward has a bad one in the red zone. Quincy Riley, huge pick. Finally, we are able to switch on and get an animation for one of our defensive backs as nobody joins Quincy Riley in the end zone. I don't know what that's about. Running the ball really well with Bashal Tootin. Here's the final play before the 2-minute warning. And there's an injury timeout. It's Cesar Ruiz because we don't have enough problems on the O-line as it is with these injuries. So not the final play before the 2-minute warning. We're going to try it with Cordell Nelson. Similar play with Jameson Williams before. Nelson to the outside. He's fast, but he's not that fast. He's going to lose 6, maybe more. Can we determine if this is man coverage or not? It appears to be, right? Which tells me Chris Olave will absolutely cook the slot. That's Washington. That's the guy we throw on. I don't know how the coverage could have possibly been that good. Caleb Washington, 84 speed, 60 awareness, 84 change of direction. All seem to be pretty good there. Wow. Man coverage is a 68, and he played like an all-pro in man from the slot on Chris Olave. Shot up the seam. There's Lazard. We're getting cooked. Blitz him, Chimere Dike, it's another touchdown. Finally tried running some man. It was a man blitz. And we tried to get after him. And it didn't really matter. We were beating man coverage. Dike on the crosser. Jonas Sanker just kind of backpedaling over the middle of the field. Did not recognize the route. It's another long touchdown. Tootin's got 9 for 95 and a touchdown. Obviously a lot of that coming off the back of a long run. But I think he's run the ball fairly well in this one. I'd like to see just a little bit more from the offense, of course. Only 14 points. I mean, Olave's doubled. We're going to get out with Edison and just throw it away. 3rd and 10. Who wants to make a play? We're going to lob it up. Cordell Nelson. He's not going to come down with it. Give me a pass interference, please. We love it. That's why you just throw it up sometimes. Roger McCreary nets us 51 yards. What a guy. This offense looks really bad right now. If we can't, you know, routinely run the football, we're not moving the ball. Escobar with a drop. That's what I'm going to call it. That's what it felt like. There's a screen. That's got to be a Bashal Tutin touchdown. Might have to make somebody miss on the goal line. He's unable to. Down to the 1, though. I don't really see how we don't score here. We've got 4 shots for a touchdown. We're not settling for 3. 4 straight runs. Tutin cannot get in on the first one. Clock down to 10 seconds with the play clock acceleration. Nicholas Morales gets in. Maybe should have gone to hurry up or, you know, called a timeout after Bashal Tutin didn't get in. Again, maybe trying to be a bit too perfect, but it doesn't matter. We get in here on the second try. It's the rookie running back, Nicholas Morales, making it happen again. Morales has been a really pleasant surprise here early. He's got multiple touchdowns in week 3 as a 6th round rookie with a very good backfield. Kamara, Tutin, Jonathan Adams, obviously. There are a lot of mouths to feed. Jonathan Adams is kind of like, what is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas? Or it's that meme with a bunch of the military and then a clown posted up with them. No disrespect to Jonathan Adams, but he's not real, so whatever. Down by 7. We'll get the football to start the second half. Got to play a lot better in half number 2. Our defense was terrible. Our offense, despite getting 21 points, had a lot of possessions. I don't think was especially good. Third quarter, here we go. Justin Reed to kick off. We've seen that many times. Jonathan Adams, start us out right. That's a decent return, I guess. We are just pounding the rock right now. Running the damn football. We got a little bit lucky there on the cutback because the blocks didn't look great, but Tutin has kind of accelerated ahead. And it's been run, 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 run. Will they bite on play action? They're held up enough. Edison to the outside. Jamison Williams got the feed in. First down. Nice catch for Jamo. We're throwing it out and up. Cordell Nelson! Great body control. Great adjustment to the football. I would have loved to see a great catch. Reading that left side of the field. Escobar or Olave. Williams is not in the play for me. Nelson as a last-ditch option. But it's got to be A or X. And we throw to the running back and get picked off. Oh, God. Second pick of the game for the rookie quarterback out of Oregon State. I'll tell you, their coverage has been incredible this game. I don't know how we can't find mismatches. I don't understand. I mean, where do we go with the football here? Cordell Nelson's our best option. I'm not sure that Escobar was going to be open by the time we needed to get rid of the football. You know, it's funny. I feel like we keep getting rid of the ball faster than we should be. And it keeps resulting in interceptions. It's the second one of the game. And a brutal mistake again for the rookie quarterback. That's not me. That's on Edison, dude. Also, I mean, these Titans defensive backs or linebackers, whoever getting these interceptions, they make incredible acrobatic plays to get to everything. Yet Danny Stutzman can't get one fucking leg off the ground to get in the air. Or get one off the ground maybe, but can't get two. QB sneak. It's garbage. Shot down the field. Going for Chimere Dike. Thankfully, we got a hand on it. I think Quincy Riley knocked it away. It's crazy also we have no man coverage outside of just blitzes that we can go to. And our man coverage is really bad. Malik Mustafa cooked by Chikakonkwo. So it's run zone defense and get eaten alive. Or run man coverage and it's also bad. We're going to try more man. I'm trying to get off the block. We just wanted to show pressure and then get back when we got locked into the pass rush when I'm not trying to do that. They're going to try a field goal. And it is good. 2-possession lead for Tennessee. But 2 possessions is not, you know, too much to overcome. We just got to stop making mistakes. And it's really, we got to stop passing the ball against this defense. Can't do it. Cannot do it. So we've got to run the ball better on first and second down. That's going to be the key. But yeah, man. Their run defense is so much better here in the second half. Sets up 2nd and 9, and 2nd and 9 is just not really a good rundown. We're going to try it again with Juwan Johnson in motion. And hopefully get more than just a couple, but it's 3rd and 7. These are the spots we've been in. These are the spots where receivers are not separating, and it's where do you go with the football? Juwan Johnson drops it, we'll punt. Man, it's all right. A lot of time left. Entire 4th quarter. It's a great punt. Perfect punt. Pitch outside, all over it. Kool-Aid McKinstry making a rare play. 2nd and 14. Probably have at least one more snap here in the 3rd quarter. We're going to pass commit. We need to pressure Cam Ward. It's nearly intercepted by Carl Granderson. Cam Ward threw it right to him. That was the ticket. That was it. You got to catch those. Good pressure. Deontay Boyd, do something here. Nope. All right, end of the 3rd quarter, down 10. Let's figure out how to move the ball. Because run, pass is not an effective formula here in the second half. But we're back to what we do what we do best. Calling runs on first down. It's not predictable at all. Yeah, more Nicholas Morales. That's who we need. Good blocks. We can't get by our own offensive linemen. It's good enough run. Just so much time's going off the clock when we run the football. This play is awful. That play is so bad. Read counter bash. So bad. I just don't think anything was there. We're going to throw that to Escobar. Yeah, instead of going with the screen, let's just make up our own thing. Good play. I mean, hey, they showed pressure, disguised the look. Was just hoping Manu Escobar would get open, but you just got to throw the screen there. It's the play design. We had numbers. It's good disguise by Tennessee, but it's kind of stupid to do that unless it's absolutely wide open. It's going to be a pick again. 3rd pick of the game. Again, I question what was open. Cedric Ray with the pick. This is after the best game I've ever seen from a rookie quarterback last week. We go to one of the worst. What is open? Olave was going to be open, but look at my dumbass left guard, Carlos Wesley. 1st round pick, can't pass block, cooked instantly. And then where do you go? We're in bench territory right now, but rookie quarterback, there are going to be some bad games. This was a really, really bad game. Still not over yet. We can hold him to 3. There's a chance, but it's looked really bad. Pressure. We got to get there. That's insane. It stops the clock, though. That may be a blessing in disguise. Jumbo package. RPO screen. Hey, great route to the ball there, Quincy Riley. Moron. Defense did the job, though. Let's score before the 2-minute timeout, and we're okay. Just focus on getting a quick score. Maybe take a deep shot or two. I don't know. Whatever we've been doing, it's not working. We need some quick throws maybe to get in rhythm. But their pressure's starting to dial up a little bit. We might be up-tempo for the rest of the game. Something's got to give. We need more crossers. More quick hitters. Because the outbreakers, the corner routes, those are not working. Anything deep down the field is not working. Like, I thought we'd be able to target the 64 overall free safety with low 80s speed. It just hasn't been there. Olave, of course, gets bumped so he can't separate. I don't know how Washington is playing like an all-pro, dude. How can Manu Escobar not beat him? He's got 64 man coverage. Escobar wide open. That's what we needed. Throw is behind him. Escobar adjusts. And there's Washington's bum ass. It's having the game of his life. It's the type of play I'm not even excited about because of how frustrating this game has been. especially the second half. 3 for 84 and 3 touchdowns. Chimere Dike's got the fucking Randy Moss stat line against us. Oh my God. It's been a disaster today. Danny Stutzman, make a play. Big TFL on Peel. Plenty of time. Down by a touchdown. Plenty of time. 3 and out would be awesome. Screen! Get out there. Good shed, good tackle. Ward under pressure. Finding the one-on-one. Riley against Ridley. And Riley wins the matchup. Riley Ridley. Is that Calvin Ridley's brother? Former Georgia receiver and I think Chicago Bear. I don't really know what happened to him. Obviously not that good. As Deontay Boyd sets up with a great return. Kamara is open. It's a nice catch. The ball really floated out there. It was the only way Edison could get rid of it. I don't like anything about this, but J-Mo, we're intercepted for a 4th time. Was he not supposed to stop over the middle of the field? It's an all-time bad game. That's interception number 4. Jack Gibbons this time. You know, here's my tip for you guys if you play football video games. Before you snap the ball, try to have a really good understanding of what routes are on the field so you know where the fuck to look. Good God, man. ADHD is a problem for me. Boom, pick a play, mind erased, no idea what's going to be on the field. Well, maybe some idea. Certainly don't know all of the routes. It might do me well to think for a fucking second. No, but I'm cool. We're having a good time. Playing a video game is a job. It's fun. I'm fun. It's good. I'm gonna run commit middle. And they're gonna pass. And we're all over it! And it's a dropped pick! It's officially miracle time. It's not gonna happen. I'll tell you what. The Cam Kinchin's dropped interception that was a user pick should have been. That would have been nice to have right about now. We will not. We need 2 scores in 20 seconds with no timeouts. That sounds good. Sounds doable. Down the field, Jamison Williams. Can't get a step. Yeah, why would you expect him to? 37-28. This was one to forget. I know even though I am the worst player on the planet, supposedly, I feel like I've done a really, really good job over the past couple of years not forcing the ball and throwing bad interceptions, and it's part of the reason why I think these franchise series have been less entertaining, because I'm simply not as bad as a lot of you say I am, and we win a lot. I know I mentioned sliders because people ask about them, and then I get made fun of for mentioning the sliders. That fucking makes a lot of sense, but these are unforgiving. You know, we allowed 400 yards passing and 4 touchdowns to Cam Ward, and nobody can get open against a 64 overall, 84 speed defensive back. This feels like one of the worst games that's ever been played. This was disappointing. And it's 17 for 122. Run the ball more. This is a lot of attempts, first of all. Second of all, and I've explained this so many times, but I'm not running the ball consistently on 2nd and 3rd and long. When you bust off a 51-yard run, and then sometimes you get stopped for no gain, I'm not routinely going to run the ball on 2nd and long. It's not going to do it. This was a bad game. Anyway, I'm being negative. Got to focus on the positive, which is that this game's over. Let's get to week 4. Come on. Ooh, more storylines. Rookie OTAs. Is this going to be the same meeting we have 3 times a year? Hey, what do you want from me, coach? Hey, do you want me to get up to speed quickly or focus on my long-term development? And I keep seeing the same fucking mission every time. Fix the game! Awesome franchise mode. Let's play the Lions. I need to take a walk or something here. I can't bring this negative attitude to a fresh ball game. Let's put a smile on. Let's be happy. We don't deserve entrance music this time around. Sunday night primetime. Sunday night football. Lions start. They're 2-1. We are 1-2, looking to get back to 500. Maybe we can. Jamison Williams, first return back to Detroit. If Jared Goff has ever had 170 yards rushing in a season, I'd be absolutely blown away. Here, I'll make a wager with you. I'd delete my channel if that's true. Looks like he had 108 yards rushing in 2018. Last year, he had 23. In 2024, he had 56. In 2023, he had 21. Well, I get to keep my channel, as Jared Goff has rushed as a 33-year-old last year in the game. As Jared Goff has rushed for nearly double his career high. I mean, we keep playing these freak running backs. It's annoying. Good defense. 3rd and 11. We've played well on this opening drive to even force them to a 3rd down, but this might be a go on 4th and 3 from the 46. It's going to be, and I really don't hate it. I really don't. See if we can come up and make a stop. Carl Granderson, wow, what a guy in coverage. Totally did a bunch there. Either way, turnover on downs, offense takes over. I don't see how it could possibly be worse than last week, so I feel good about tonight. I do. Let's beat the Lions. 3rd and inches. I don't know how that was not a first down, but the ball's right there. Tootin's going to get just enough. It's a shame when you get bumped because it completely ruins every play. Every play. Whether it's a run or a pass, there's a lot of space there. We just couldn't get to it because we got bumped back. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. 2nd and 9. Should we absolutely keep it on the ground here? Seems like it's not always a great call, because if you don't get like 6 or 7, 6, 7, 6, 7, then you're set up with a 3rd and 6. And it's an obvious passing down. 55-yarder, no good. I need to take a walk, actually, because I'm not locked in. I'm not. Does it look like I rushed that at all? How am I still mad from the last game? It's incredible. I'm back with a good attitude. No points here. Midway through the first quarter. Let's keep it that way for now. Good pressure. Ty Hamilton bringing down Goff. Get out to Gibbs. Good tackle, Jalen Ford. 3rd and 16. 3rd and 16. It's good coverage. Shot down the field. Quincy Riley on Gibbs. Got a hand on it. That's not Jamison Williams. Jahmyr Gibbs is not coming down with that. Deontay Boyd, give us a good return. Oh, there we go. Deontay Boyd gets to the outside. Deontay Boyd in the space. If you can't score on offense, maybe you can on special teams. Deontay Boyd has housed his first punt of the season. Needed something. And I needed to just not play offense for a while. Deontay Boyd showing off the return skills, making it happen, and giving us the lead here at home. It's been a while since these Saints fans have seen a touchdown. Ooh, that's wide open. Or is it Kool-Aid McKinstry going airborne, taking it away? Amon-Ra St. Brown looked open. Kool-Aid McKinstry flying in out of nowhere. About time we see a defensive back show off some ball skills. It's the X factor, if you can believe it, Kool-Aid McKinstry. That is the best play he has ever made, without question. Offense takes the field. We have 8 yards of offense. And we cannot run the ball on first down. And we can't throw it on 2nd or 3rd. That's a bad combo. They showed stats from the 2024 NFL season for St. Brown. I don't think those were accurate either. Here's a screen. He did not have 7 catches, and that's it. I'm not sure what that was. Should that have said last week? I don't know. Because in 2024, Amon-Ra St. Brown had 115 catches for over 1,200 yards and 12 touchdowns. Not really quite the 7 for 117 and 3 scores that we saw. Maybe I'm misinterpreting that. But hey, I doubt it. Detroit will settle for 3. This has been quite a start for both teams. We tried this last week. It did not work. What about this week? J-Mo in motion. Do we have the outside? I tried to spin back inside. He just didn't do it. Kind of refused to do what I pressed, which was B. I mean, there was a guy in the hole anyway. It kind of ends up getting blocked. It doesn't look like it's going to. The reason I'm like, let's take this back inside, because the edge is very clearly being set. Didn't think Escobar was going to get to him. So we went back inside, but then he got blocked. So I don't really know what to do with this game, man. It's just not for me. I'm just not good at it. I don't know how it works. You got me. We're about to dial in on this drive, though. I can tell, because I've said dial in. That means I'm playing. That was good. Yeah. 3rd and 2. They're ready to stop the run. Or are they? Running the ball. There's Tootin. He's got enough. 5 rushes for 8 yards. We've got to run the ball more, I think. If they're going to make us check down, we need to check down. And I just don't really see our receivers getting open at all, which is pretty disappointing. But it's probably me just not seeing them. But it's wherever I'm looking is just not open. And I typically just throw it anyway, as I'm really bad at the game. Here's 2nd and 1. Flat. Yeah, well, almost. Hey, it was close to something. Wow. Threw a pick to Tootin on this play last week. Didn't even get the opportunity this time around. I might have the yips right now. I am not dialed. I keep saying let's dial in. Be nice if we would. But just can't seem to do anything right. We got to get Isaac to Slaw to form the Tesla-Edison combo. Needs to happen. Got Herbig in the game because anybody but the rookie Nate Kovac, right? Why is that? Why is he in the game? Oh, that makes sense because the CPU changed my depth chart. No, they actually didn't. There's an injury. Nate Kovac, shoulder strain, says he's ready to play. But no, he isn't because the injury's too serious. Okay, cool. ACL sprain, though, for Chase Young. He's out for the game. So we are down to Joseph Osai, Carl Granderson, and Herbig. Not the best combo. Oh, nice hit, though. We really let that get open for a minute and then forced the incompletion, thankfully. Play action after the run. Nobody's fooled. No choice but to throw it away. I don't really love the coach suggestions. It's not really resulting in a good offense for us lately. Escobar wide open. Makes the catch. Now we're on fire. What is Nelson's route here? I think it's kind of that in-breaker, right? See if he wants to get open. We're going to go one-on-one for Escobar. Never really seemed to touch his hands there. Let's see what I missed. My favorite part of the day. Let's see. Who's open? You know, I guess Jamison Williams ends up getting open here. I thought we had a good matchup, but I can never get his hands to it. Can't quite get to that. First down for Detroit. They're going to call their first time out of the half. Excited to see just how aggressive the Lions get here. Left the middle of the field open. Oh, Tesla actually stays in bounds. Ooh, he just runs right through the hit stick. Survived that pretty easily. Kind of thought we drilled him as he caught it, but no, I guess not. Goff with all day. Finally, all day runs out. He gets sacked. Detroit calls their final timeout and will settle for 3. And that makes the score 6-7. We're still ahead. Will we be able to get 7 in those 6 seconds? We're about to find out. I doubt it. Jamison Williams open. We got a blocker, maybe. Jamison Williams down the sideline, outrunning Barnhart, touchdown. We did. Edison just stepping up, throwing to a wide open Jamison Williams. And we got a critical block from the rookie Cordell Nelson. And then Jameson Williams just too fast. That's a really, really good way to end the first half. A little bit of momentum heading into half number 2. We needed it. Bad half of football. But we are up. It's a one-possession game. We need to do a little bit more than that. That's okay. Halftime report here probably in about 20 minutes when it finishes loading. Ooh, that was so fast. Giants and Vikings. Vikings 0-3, looking for their first win. Of course, it would come against the Giants. That's a touchdown. Okay. 17-7. J.J. McCarthy and the Vikes get their first win of the year. Giants to 500. Chargers and Broncos in the AFC West. Broncos stumbling a little bit. They might fall to 1-3 as Justin Herbert throws on the run. Finds a receiver, and it's multiple broken tackles for Ladd McConkey as the Chargers dominate the Broncos 28-6. Not a great game for Bo Nix, and you'd imagine not for really any Denver Bronco. Niners and Cardinals. Cardinals also winless, looking for win number 1 against the 49ers, and they might find it. Trey Benson with a big-time juke, and is this going to be a big touchdown? Maybe a game-winning touchdown. Cardinals win a close one, 31-26. Get their first win of the year. What about the NFC South? Falcons beat the Carolina Panthers, and the Bucks beat the Patriots. We need to play better if we want to make the playoffs or even win the NFC South. Got to be better. Kamara 0 for 0. Then maybe stop showing him because that's not our starting running back. Not listed as a starter anywhere. We'll get the football to start the third quarter. Play action to start the third quarter. We're all about it. It's about how that typically looks. I think we start with that play every time. I do coach suggestions to make it harder so I can't cheese, the clearly best concepts. And they suggest that play to start every half. Here's 3rd and 10. And it basically never goes well for us. Manu Escobar, what an insane catch. But those are the catches we want the big tight end to make. I mean, obviously, you just need to get Jameson Williams down the field. Don't have time. 4th and 20, we'll punt. All over it. Great defense. Tell you, Herbig's been a pretty nice player for us. We got him as just a depth pickup out of free agency. Went completely unclaimed. We picked him up. He made the team. And now with a bunch of injuries, he's kind of been forced to play today and has done a pretty good job. Is Jared Goff going to try to run? That's who gets sent after the quarterback there. So we tried to send somebody to go after Jared Goff. I really thought it would be Danny Stutzman, but because he was completely open over the middle of the field, but it wasn't. It was actually Deontay Boyd who was forced to go. Yeah, I thought it'd be Stutzman. I thought he was a little bit closer, I felt like, when I started holding right stick, but Deontay Boyd was the one to do it. And that's how we give up what seemed like an impossible first down. 3rd and 10. Wide open on the sideline. Lions move the chains again. Jameer, this might be a touchdown. Yeah, it sure is. Good tackle. Wow, nice try. Lions a 2-point conversion away from tying it up at 14. We're going to find a way to blow this game. Not that we ever really had a significant lead, but we will find a way to lose, it would appear. RPO touchdown. Play action. That's wide open, but we can't really hit Cordell Nelson in stride. It's a gain of 1. Man, I just feel like we are locked in a box this episode. There's Spatial Tootin. Wesley as a blocker. Tootin getting fancy in the open field. Third and 7 after we get dropped for a loss of 2. Let's see if we can do something on 3rd down. I feel like every suggestion is just something with motion. Oh, that's just like the worst guy we could have thrown to, and it works. Manu Escobar, 1st down. Saw them blitzing everybody, but not everybody. They bluffed it with the edge, and he gets back to cover Escobar. Nearly baited into a disaster again, but I wonder who else can you actually throw to here against the defense? Man, that's I am in hell right now. That's what's happening. Cordell Nelson with a step. Finally some space. I feel like separation has been really hard to come by these past couple of games. Finally a little bit of space. Throw to the end zone. Cordell Nelson. Thought we'd give him a chance on first down. I reckon like that's never going to get completed. I was hoping he was just going to run away from coverage. And they defended it fairly well. There's Olave. He can't catch it. It's just been an all-around super tough episode. Oh, I don't even know how we got that throw off, but it didn't matter because it wobbled a bit and it looked open. It really did. And I guess it wasn't. I'm living in replay mode today. Yeah, probably a throw not under pressure and that's completed. It's a lot easier when I'm not insanely frustrated. I still am, but we gotta clutch up for the kick. 17-14. Trying to keep any ounce of patience I have. Pitch right. We defend it very well. It ends up being Deontay Boyd who makes the tackle. And that is the end of 3 here in New Orleans. We haven't played great, but we're up. Just check down. Shot down the field. Boyd in coverage on St. Brown. First down, Detroit. Good catch. Good catch there. Ooh, wow, good play. We read it out, though, and Tesla cannot get the first. Got to slant inside here. It's going to be QB sneak. It is! And they got it anyway. Jared Goff. I'll tell you what, sometimes good teams play badly. I don't know that we're an especially good team as Jonas Sanker fills and makes the tackle perfectly. I'm going to tell you this. There probably are not very many good 1 and 3 teams, but a team could easily be good and be 2 and 2, depending on who you play. Maybe you don't play your best. But the mark of a good team is not having your A game and still finding a way to win. We have not had our A game today, especially not last week against Tennessee. And we're in a position to win. There's Tootin. Plenty of space. He jukes out one. Bashal Tootin into Detroit territory just like that. That was our best run of the day by a mile. Good blocking for Morales. Nicholas Morales rips off a big one. Down to the 10. So much for taking a lot of time off the clock. We're down to the 10-yard line in 2 plays, but the rookie continues to play well as a rotational back. Tootin, he might just get in here. Bashal Tootin touchdown. 3 plays, 3 runs. I don't know how we can't run the ball for an entire second half, really an entire game, and then suddenly on a drive where we absolutely needed to make something happen, we just rip off the easiest touchdown drive of the last 2 games. 1 stop, and I think we can win the game. 1 stop. Good defense. Herbig got there first. Jalen Ford in there as well. Do we trust this team in man coverage? We're not even close to Gibbs. We can't get to Gibbs. Thankfully, Goff couldn't get it to him either. Got bumped trying to get there. We're not going to go man coverage here. 4th and 5. Pass rush, doing anything would be nice. Good defense, but first down, Detroit. Feels like they're about to make something happen here on this gotta-have-it drive. They're running the ball. They're doing so effectively. We got to bend but not break here. We're blitzing. Stutzman can't get out there. They found the cover 2. And they took the shot to Amon-Ra St. Brown. We got aggressive. They sent routes down the field. I don't really hate allowing a touchdown here. We nearly got to Goff. We were just a yard or 2 away. But they've given us a chance to answer in regulation. And now we have a 2-minute drive to win the game. We only need 3. Jonathan Adams, just who you want in the game in this spot. Cut back. Maybe that's true. Jonathan Adams rips off a nice one. And with Joshua Carty, we are getting Very, very close to field goal range. I don't even know if we need to get to the 40, but it'd be ideal. Another first down would be nice. 30 seconds to go. I know we have timeouts. We had shoe clock on. We're going to call a timeout here. 3rd and 7. I don't think we're quite to field goal range. We got to get a little bit closer. Big 3rd and 7. Olave maybe. It's not there. I mean, man coverage seems to be unstoppable for the computer. Where did the ball need to go? Man, I don't know. I guess Escobar is getting open, but the ball's been out for a while. Pressure was coming in. Again, maybe Tootin if we had more time, but Ali McNeil was pushing the pocket. Carlos Wesley is just not a good pass protector right now. Obviously, we have to punt in this spot. Overtime. We've had chances, man. Have not capitalized. It's been an interesting one. Let us start on defense. How about that? Saints win the toss. I don't know why we would ever take the ball here. I hit X! And then it didn't do anything and just said, you're going to receive. Fucking why? No way, man. You probably even hear the button press as I do that. And it just didn't do it. This game is so bad. I'm in whiny baby mode, but like, can you blame me with some of this stuff? I'm not saying I'm without fault, but a lot of this stuff seems like borderline, like unbelievable with how bad it is and how broken it is. Somebody get open, please, by the way. Get a slot fade rocking with Cordell Nelson. Had some success there early in the year. I think he's actually got a pretty good release. He is wide open. Stay in bounds, tiptoeing down the sideline. Cordell Nelson, go ahead, touchdown in overtime. Yes! We've done something. But it's not the playoffs, so this is not a walk-off touchdown. The Lions have a chance to answer. Some type of natural pick occurred, and we just got the ball to Nelson, who's been one of our biggest big play threats. Thought he was going to tiptoe out of bounds, but managed to stay in, not touch the sideline, and score the go-ahead touchdown. One stop defense, and we steal an overtime win from Detroit. One-on-one down the field. Kool-Aid McKinstry forces the incompletion. You know, that's teach tape at corner. They say is try to get behind the receiver and play through his back. Goodness. It's going to be open. 3rd and 3. Obviously 4-down territory. I mean, this is really where I would like to play for a sack here. Try to blitz and try to make a play, but we're going to see what they can do on 4th down. Good coverage, but completion to Slaw. They've made it to the 40, but again, none of this really matters. They can keep the drive alive. If they can't find the end zone, they don't win the game. So, I mean, in theory, we can get them, you know, we can let them down to the 1-yard line. As long as they don't get into that end zone, we're fine. Nothing here really matters too much. Obviously, we can, you know, force a turnover or something, it's different, or, you know, get a stop, it's different, but, you know, whatever. Blitzing, Jalen Ford at the legs of Goff, broken tackle, Jonas Sanker can't conservative tackle. Quincy Riley gets juked out. How do I switch on as he's getting juked out of his shoes? Shouldn't I have control once I switch on? I'd think, but I don't understand, I guess. Not fast enough for Tesla. It looked like Malik Mustafa basically got juked out. And I said it didn't matter if they went down to the 1-yard line. They're getting pretty close. 2nd and 2. Get out to Gibbs. Big tackle, Jalen Ford. 4th and 1. Game on the line. We're going to shade underneath. We're going to press. We're going to make a play. False start. False start. Tell me it's a false start. 4th and 6. Just got a little bit easier. Although, counter, there's a lot more space now for the Lions to operate. And every yard helps. 4th and 6 for the win or tie. Otherwise, they lose, and pressure got there. Brian Brzee wins it here in New Orleans. Oh, man. Looking like this one could have ended in a tie, potentially. Brian Brzee with the spin and the win. Finally, we got to Jared Goff. It's a good offensive line, but that's a good play to end it. 31-24 is your final. We improved to 2-2. Lions fall to 2-2. We didn't play great in this one, man. We need to figure out the problems. 16 of 33 is just not good enough. 251, 2 touchdowns. He was sacked quite often. We really did not run the ball well with Tootin. 13 for 47, and that includes a long of 19. Morales had 3 for 38. Hey, long of 37. Outside of that, it was 1 for 1, or 2 for 1. That's pretty bad. Receiving, Cordell Nelson, 4 for 92 and a touchdown. J-Mo, 3 for 66 and a touchdown. Olave doing Olave things, which is nothing. Did have a drop. We extended him. And then we had 100 tackles because our defense was on the field nonstop. 5 TFLs for Herbig. 3 for Ford, 2 for Brzee and Kool-Aid McKinstry. 2 sacks for Brian Brzee. What a game. Hamilton had the 1. A pick for Kool-Aid. We did enough to win here. That's the big thing. That's going to be the episode. I feel good enough that we came away with at least 1 win. I guess we're just going to play every game and have every episode we split wins or split games. And I guess that's okay, as Julian Blackmon joins the Eagles. Jags trade him away. Panthers and Cardinals, I'd like to sweep this next one. It's our first game playing the NFC South this year. These games are so important. Cardinals up next quickly after that. Falcons off to a hot start. 3-1. Tampa 2-2 as we are. But it's so early in the year. A lot of game left to be played. A lot of season. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.